Hello, hey, I am back. I had so much fun painting the wreath. So I think we're gonna go ahead and paint. Let me get on my thing here. Make sure that I'm live. Da, la, la, da, 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 da. 1 second. That's not it. All right. So let me turn that down. There we go. Finally, sorry. All right, here we go. Let's do Cardinal. Let's do some branches. I'm thinking some branches here, a couple branches, and he's gonna sit right here in the middle, and we'll put a little bit of snow. But first, let's work on the background. I need some extra colors for the background. So I'm thinking some blues. True navy. I have the green over there. And I have brown. So I think I'm good. All right. Here we go. So I'm going to use a bigger brush to kind of blop this in here. I didn't bring my large brush out. This is a smaller size. I'm guessing a 12 by 18 possibly. Something around there. This is a smaller size compared to what I was doing. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh yeah, there we go. I learn something every day, let me tell you. Awesome. All right. Get that adjusted. Hold on, I'm sorry. There, okay. Enough fooling around, enough tomfoolery. All right, so I'm gonna use up some of these greens that I had earlier today. So I'm just gonna let's just do a muted background. And I want the different variations in there, but I don't want them too dark. So I'll probably kind of like, so it's, well, let's get some blue here. It's a new thingy, so I gotta open it. All right, do I have, oh, now I do. I'm not eating paint. I promise. All right. Oh my gosh, sometimes. All right, so now I'm gonna use some blue. I'm not gonna clean off my brush. I do need some more white though. That does not have green in it. There we go. All right. You can use a different, a round brush is ideally better for this. But I might leave some of that white in there. I'm just gonna blend it in to some of this green. Make sure you do your edges. this kind of, when you do this kind of a background, it's kind of like a blurred, picture of foliage, you know. Oh, I want a darker brown than that. Let's see what burnt umber looks like. Yeah, we'll go with burnt umber. Okay, so the colors I'm using are True Navy. These are all acrylics. Burnt umber, earth brown, the black, the white, the green was Kelly green, and then I'm probably going to bring in, I'm going to have the red I'll be using is the bright red, and of course the bright yellow if I use yellows. So these are all acrylics that I'm using. Let me turn down that heater. It's a tad warm. All right, so now I'm going to blend in some browns. I don't want it to get too dark, so I'm going to try and lighten that up. I'll probably bring in some more white after this, after I get most of this on. All right, you don't need a lot of paint when you're doing these kind of backgrounds. It's just it dries faster and you can work with it a little bit easier. So now I'm going to bring in, I kind of wiped my brush off, so now I'm going to come in with a muted brown to kind of lighten that up, because we're going to bring in some branches and we don't want it to compete with this brown. But I want it in the undertones, the underneath side of it. Ideally, yes, use a round brush on this, a large round brush. It's easier to blend your paint in. So I'm gonna try and I'm gonna wash this off. I'm gonna start with the fresh brush. I'm gonna go back to those greens and blues. Whew, that finally shut off, wow. All right, I need more. Some of this white. I think I'm going to grab some of that blue. I have to open up my other white. And you're just looking for balance when you're filling this in. And then I'm just going to take a dry brush now and just kind of try and tap it all in. I'm just turning my brush as I go. wipe it off, and then I'm going to start from the other side. I'm going to add a little bit of white up in this corner. I could go on and on forever because I love abstract, and so we're gonna call it quits and we're gonna get busy on the stuff. So what you're gonna start with, I'm gonna start with the branches. You have the background. What I used on the background was white, green, blue, brown, white, blue, green, brown. So now the branches, I'm going to use just brown and white. And what I'm going to use is my, you guys, does it have a number? I don't have a number on this, guys, I'm sorry, but it's the brown round brush. It's about that big. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to try and get this open without making a mess. Well, I didn't succeed on not making a mess. These large containers of acrylics. I need to actually pour that into my other white jug with the pour spout, and it would be a lot easier. And I'll probably do that later, because I don't think I want to do it right now. So I need brown and white. So let's pour some white on here. All right, and I am using this round brush, and I'm gonna use burnt umber. So just dip your brush in the burnt umber and the white and start your branching. And don't worry about you can go like your brown and white on top and all that. Just put them both on that brush and go ahead and do some branches at the same time, both colors. So you have that little cool variation there. Okay, just to get it started. All right, and let's see. So you want your bird right here. So let's see, you want your This is where we want the more darker brown. We're going to come up like this, and then we're going to branch off. And so your bird is going to be sitting right in there. I don't know how I got blue in there, but don't worry about that. I mean, you can always cover that up. You can always make your branches, you know, make your branches a squiggle and have one come off the top of that. I'm going to make some more larger branches down here. I got blue again. Let's get some more darker in there. Branch off like that. Make them a little squiggly. See them? So I think we'll leave them be. This is going to be kind of a snowy scene, so you guys can actually, if you want to, go ahead and add some white to the tops of your branches. Just a little bit, not a whole lot, just to indicate some snow sitting on there. That darn blue. It's okay. If I were watching what I was doing, it might help. Where I'm reaching for colors. All right, let's go ahead. We can always come back and keep adding stuff if we want to the branches later on. As you notice, it's hard for me to quit. All right. Let's clean that brush, because you're going to need that same brush. You want it cleaned out good and dry. Okay. And then we're going to start the bird. All right, so the bird, let's get another sip. We can come back later with a smaller brush and make more finer details on those branches, but this is what we want to get started with. So, now on the bird, what you're gonna do is, I need to set some of these to the side over here. You're gonna need red. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna make an egg shape for the body and the round head, all right? And then you're gonna have come off of those. So let's just get the base color. Don't worry about any shading or anything like that. So I'm gonna have him sitting with his feet here, sitting right there. So you kind of wanna adjust and see about where he's gonna be at. think that's about right. Okay, and this isn't drying. If you have a dryer, keep it handy. In fact, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna pause this, or not pause it, I don't know if I can pause it. I'm gonna go in and get a hairdryer, okay? Because this is not gonna show up. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go get my hairdryer so I can dry this in between so it doesn't blend in, all right? Be back in a second.